The love of family and the admiration of friends is much more important than wealth and privilege. At long last, our heroes have mostly secured Kaltaro, and with Larry Benson in Azazel's hands, they might also be able to solve a murder mystery from many episodes ago. What secrets will Larry Benson divulge to our fateful five, and how will they use them against their persistent foes, the Yuan-ti? Remember that the Blackhearts also got caught with their hands in the cookie jar of snakes. Oh, what a twisted tale we've woven, and the Viper has only just begun to coil. Welcome to the SpellCast.
Benson, I presume.
Oh, he's a gnome.
Who wants to know?
We all do, stupid.
Please don't hurt me. I forgot that he had an Irish accent. I'm sorry. Shit. Fuck me, ducks. Please don't hurt me.
Like how you murdered your partner?
Look.
Wait, this thing murdered somebody?
I didn't mean to. I just didn't want to get in trouble.
Wait, he did?
So, you were premeditated and yet you did not mean to murder?
No, you got it all wrong.
I do? Well, please explain.
Look, I'm sorry about what happened to Erwin. It's just, if I didn't finish my work, and if somehow the people, the government found out about it, they come and they kill me, and they killed me family, if they found out.
Should we roll to see if he's lying?
You can roll insight. Is he lying? Find it out. Maybe it's
7. Yeah, 4.
7.
16. What's up with that number?
Wait. Can I do my history thing?
Yeah. Do your history thing. Do your fucking broken bullshit.
Alright, so it's a DC 15 history check.
Oh, thank God.
Plus 9 is 26.
Okay.
I give Conall, because this makes sense somehow. I give Conall advantage and plus 3 on this check. I tell him, okay, so what you're looking for when you think someone is lying and you want to know if they're lying is if they're twitchy, but not just twitchy because you're freaking them out.
Well,
or because they're in the mood, because that's also complicated. But we don't have to go into that too much. I don't think that's too much of a problem here.
We were talking about a fuckle before.
But so they're not scared of you. They're not bony. They also aren't just a weird vibration elemental or
Vibration elemental.
Wow. I mean, he is sort
also
of
if they're sweating but you're not in a vault. There's a lot of different shit into it. But basically just
a lubricant.
Would you enjoy drinking with the guy as he is right now? If you wouldn't, then he's fine.
And then I pretty much look at Ront in the eyes and be like, I'd enjoy drinking with you right now.
Wow.
This is exactly what happens. This is exactly. Okay, you want him to roll?
Roll your advantage die.
So is this an advantage on that roll? Or is this a persuasion check on Ront?
So 17.
So that's plus your modifier plus my proficiency, which is 3.
Which is 4, which is 7, so 24.
Okay, he's very earnest in telling the truth. The feeling of someone who's finally getting all of this off of their chest.
I don't think he's lying, bro.
He goes on to tell you that he received this order and thought it was a military contractor, and he filled it out in secret from Erwin, because Erwin didn't want any of his constructs to cause anyone any harm. They were mostly meant as servants to help people. However, the money was too shiny for old Larry Benson, who was in a lot of debt at the time.
Also has very, very Irish accent.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yes.
It's like he's like a little leprechaun.
So who paid you?
he mentions this one Yuan-ti, who he found out was his employer, because when he was found out, he had no one else to run to except his employer. So he found a way to get into the mountain with the help of the Yuan-ti, who held him there because one, he fucking lost some of their order, so they used that as a means to guilt him into becoming an indentured servant to help them out for whatever of the other nefarious stuff that they've been working on, such as the army. And he refers by name one Soakash.
That name is familiar.
Yeah,
I do
that
not
name
remember
is familiar.
Soakash being the Yuan-ti mind whisperer who you fought on the island.
Okay. Yes.
Wait, the one that got taken?
The one that got taken by Roland, who got interrogated by Azazel.
The one who I took his teeth out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. When Irwin found out about the military contractor, he threatened to take this to the government of Baldur's Gate. And Larry, in a moment of desperation, tried to weigh out which ally was stronger. The government of Baldur's Gate or his employers who were military contractors, and tried to weigh out who would protect him more in this situation. So he was looking at jail time. Well, he was looking at jail time where he couldn't provide for his family, or possibly working for less pay versus no pay for his employer, and maybe afterwards, as a reward, after they finished doing whatever they were doing, they would take care of his family and blah blah blah.
Did he have any idea what
He had no idea.
Okay.
He had no idea.
No idea whatsoever that even though you knew you were creating machines of war.
That they weren't using it for something that wasn't...
Oh, he had no idea that it was the Yuan-ti until he got here.
And he didn't know that those machines were being fused.
Wait.
So he knew he was making constructs, and it was under the impression of these will replace soldiers. Therefore, we don't have to send actual soldiers to die on the field. We can just send
Okay, Cyberdyne.
Right.
Okay.
Essentially.
So you helped in making these.
Mm-hmm.
So what's their weakness?
I made them pretty strong. The only weakness, it's physical weakness, that is if you can find a way to control them. But they wanted very specifically that they could control them, and they made me program them all to this one. I never met her, but they gave me these magical energies to infuse.
Wait, you said you never
Ideas.
met her? There's a her in here?
Well, yeah, that lady you fought, she has a boss. Oh, she does.
The one we killed has a boss?
Do I have an idea of who this lady is?
It snakes all the way up.
It's snakes all the way up.
It's...
It snakes all the way up. Yes, Conall, you might have an idea who this lady is.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Nope. Any ideas? Right out the door.
Okay, so you had no idea, and the communications that you received in Draconic didn't tip you off, or freak you out in any way?
I thought they were Dragonborn. I thought they were Dragonborn from Time-Anther, all the way down there.
Time-Anther, help me out.
Time-Anther is it's a Dragonborn nation in like the
Apparently
southeast.
it just appeared one year. Right?
Yeah, it replaced Unther. Yeah, it spell plague bullshit.
Spell plague of bullshit.
Meta plot.
Yeah!
Yay, meta plot.
Was last session, the session when our friends were absent, was that when we found out that the mountain fell out of the time highway because it hit the speed bump?
Yeah. Last session, the session before that, yeah, something
Well,
like that.
because they would have been here for the session before that.
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
the last session.
Yeah, no, it was a session where you met Jeff, like where you met Jeff as Jeff.
Okay,
Met
so
the
that would have
golem
been the
and
session
talked to
before.
him. That was session before.
Okay.
So these are all programmed to take orders from a single person.
Yes.
Including the ones that might have been sold to not these people?
Those, I tried to get them back, but I think they fell under their own. They started falling back on backup programs to reunite with the army.
You made a backup program?
Well, in case they got left on the field or lost, that way they could go and find camp and
How
everything.
can we get into these backgrounds?
Is there a way to trigger that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I mean,
Really good idea.
you should have made it with a fucking weakness, you tiny man.
Look, they threatened my family, they threatened me, and I didn't.
And you didn't think like, hey, maybe I should make the knee a weak point or something, just in case.
I only really designed the outward shells of them, the fighting part, the armor, the weapons, all of the programming, the magical energies. That was all Erwin. He came up with that.
And convenient that you killed him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
All I did was copy paste. I'm sorry.
Fucking guy.
Guys, we're berating a Tumblr intern, okay? Like,
That's essentially, yeah.
We're berating a war profiteer.
Error 404.
Yes.
we can't. All we gotta do is take him in. We gotta hand him over to the dudes. Well,
Can we ask him if there's anything that he knows that we should know that'll help us out to redeem himself?
well,
He says, if you follow me, I'll show you some of the stuff that they wanted me to help design that I don't know, that they never told me, but maybe you can help figure out what it's for. And
Is it your little pot of gold?
That is a stereotype, madam.
wait.
And I will not stand for it.
It's a gnome.
I will not stand for it. That is a stereotype.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry, but not really, because I'm sorry. See, that's your stick all bending.
How? At this point, your leg starts to feel very warm.
My leg?
Your leg, or specifically your pants pocket,
Okay.
I will.
or your tunic pocket, your jacket pocket, whatever pocket.
Is that where I have the note?
Yes. The note.
What?
All right.
What? Noted.
What?
While we're waiting, Pierre had a good suggestion that until such a time as we figure out exactly what we want to do with Benson here, we'll retain custody of him. And
Why do you think I wanted to put a leash on him with my rope?
I see you're already ahead of us.
But so yeah, basically, I said we had 3 options. The first is obviously the most straightforward. We are sort of duty bound to bring him to the Baldur's Gate authorities. That's like what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we were supposed to do, and that remains a good idea. The second is to hand him over to the custody of whatever the fuck the name of the Knights of the Roland people are.
The Sentinels of the
Knights
Prime.
Roland.
The Sentinels of the Prime, yes.
Because there's a lot of association there between Benson and what they are currently trying to deal with right now, which would
The
also
Sentinels, are they a secret organization, or would Baldur's Gate, like if we brought,
Super secret.
so we can't tell Baldur's Gate that like we brought them to a super secret
Imagine-
organization?
Try going to the Baldur's Gate people and being like, hey, we are part of an extraplanar conspiracy
Yeah.
to defend the prime material plane.
It's essentially like going to... It's essentially like going to the mayor of New York and saying that the world is actually controlled by lizard people and showing them a lizard person.
I mean, you've seen Steven Universe, right?
Well, yeah. the first,
Remember
like, 3
Ronaldo?
episodes.
Remember Ronaldo?
No, because I think
That's where this all started.
So my pants,
I got her.
my pants pocket is starting to like
Burn. Like,
okay,
yeah.
I'm going to turn around, and trying to hide it as best as I can, take out the note and look at it.
Can I roll perception?
The red, the X and the line look like they're like molten magma on the paper.
Nope.
It is a 4th option.
do we see him pull out a piece of paper and see something like what's that?
If you do it in front of everyone, they
Well,
would see.
I basically turned around and did it, but
Yeah.
I can't really hide it. So if you guys want to see it,
What's that? What's that? Ooh. Is that my great grandpappy's symbol?
The X?
You don't see any symbols on there. It's just a piece of parchment with an X on it and a line on it.
But yes, it is.
How? What?
What's going on?
The fuck?
Folded up very delicately, like ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, it burns to the touch, and it's just getting hotter. It continues to just get hotter and increase in
Give
temperature.
it to
Wait,
the
how-
fire
how is-
lady.
Give it to me. Put it on my cloak.
Did you take it from me? Or?
Oh no, I just sort of like gesture and hold my cloak out.
Not now! You know, I'm going to say it to the paper.
Right. It continues to just get hotter. In fact, it burns your fingers. Take a point of fire damage.
Okay.
Shit.
Well,
I'm gonna
to hell with you too!
Does it like give off heat or?
It's super hot. Like, holy shit, dude.
Hot.
Yes, super hot.
But it's not a rapper.
Hot.
Wow.
Just
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Hal? What? Why is this paper fire?
It just continues to get hotter.
But it's not burning up?
It's not in fact, Sav'ah, you're not bothered by it because of the ring. You, however, it's fucking hot. It's like you're standing in front of a Our World space heater.
That's not so bad.
And it gets hotter.
Oh, that's bad.
It just fucking continues to get hotter.
I'm gonna back up and be like, what the fuck?
Do you remember those dreams I was having?
Oh no, you lost your spikes?
Yes.
Yeah.
They weren't exactly dreams. It was, I think, as you suggested. And the last time I spoke with him, he made me an offer that I told him I would consider.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
You never filled Conall in on this.
Like my relative.
Asmodeus, the Lord of the Nine Hells.
He's like my ninth grandpa.
So what, you talked to
I
him?
did not know that.
Maybe you are a necromancer.
So Azazel would know that Asmodeus had sent a lot of interns to the Sentinels of the Prime headquarters. One of them turned out to steal food from you.
Oh yeah.
But they did it because your label fell off, and because your label fell off, it doesn't belong to anyone. I'm a devil, but I'm obeying the laws, yet I'm taking this food, which belongs to quote-unquote no one now.
Yeah, and that's why I threw him against the wall.
Yes, exactly.
You know.
Wait, so does this happen
Adam,
every
I
night?
thought you were about to be like,
No.
as you know, Asmodeus was very much like Genghis Khan and had a lot of descendants.
Specifically to this point, he suggested that I kill Benson. For very good reasons.
Does he want Benson?
Benson.
Does he want him?
No, he doesn't want. Well, maybe.
I don't want to go to hell. It's very bad for Lathander following gnomes in hell. It's very bad.
I imagine it is.
Wait, why? Okay, this is all getting a little like. Why don't we just take him to headquarters? I mean, I'm pretty sure his descendants don't want the fucking interns that were sent to us.
Wait, what
They
happened?
can't commune with this god.
So, quick refresher, because it's been a while now since.
Not a
yeah,
god.
particularly. What were the reasons
Whatever,
that Asmodeus
fucking
gave?
grandpa.
The
Specifically?
reasons were he wanted Benson's artificer tinkerer ability to construct better war machines in the ongoing endless fight against the demon hordes that are trying to invade the Ninth
He
House.
also had a number of very persuasive arguments based on allowing him to continue existing on the Prime Material Plane.
Basically saying if he continues to live and goes to Baldur's Gate, that he'll reveal the existence of the Dwarven mortar and freak people out, and also like he'll
Alright.
suffer under torture.
Let's weigh these out then. Kill him, and he helps the 9 layers of fucking hell.
Who we're
Don't
related to,
kill him
apparently.
and cause Insider Riot.
Now, I
I vote we kill him.
I think we should kill him.
Can we just get him really
He's
drunk?
crying now. You've made the gnome cry.
Can I just like this is the only artificer I know.
Think about it like this. If he knows this information, like, they probably want him. If worse comes to worse, we can use him as a fake bargaining thing.
That's gonna instill confidence.
Mr. Gnome, it's okay. Like, my relative is cool. You're gonna be helping him defend from, like, really bad demons.
But I don't want to die. I don't want to go to hell.
Yeah,
If you're helping him out, I'm sure he'll be very accommodating.
No, but I got a family.
Everybody got a family. Who gives a fuck?
Damn.
now consider that you put your family in danger by working with these people.
Mm-hmm.
You already had a job. There was plenty of ways you could have supplied your family with what they needed.
He's very silent.
Wait, so we're trying to convince him to die?
No, I'm not trying to convince you. They may be.
He seems very resigned to the fact that he doesn't have 5 minutes left on this
Listen, man,
material plane.
you killed a dude.
He still has to show us something. So
okay.
maybe longer than 5 minutes. Wait, what does he want to show us again?
I just think, yeah.
What was he going to show us again?
What he was asked to work on that wasn't explained. That
That wasn't explained to him. It was just extra orders as punishment.
Possible insights to their further plans. Wait, so according to Grand GGGGG Papa.
Yeah.
Hold on. K-pop flashback.
SNSD or?
Yeah.
Joe just knew.
It's over. Okay. Okay. According to Grandpappy, etc., surrendering him to the Baldur's Gate authorities will incite a riot.
No, what the concern that he brought up, which I actually agree with, is that if we turn him over to the Baldur's Gate authorities, he's going to tell them everything that he knows about this place.
Okay. How bad would it be if we went back to Baldur's Gate and told them, hi, we found the guy and he... one, if we told them, hi, we found the guy and he was dead. Or two, we found the guy and we killed him.
I'd like for you to imagine a world where, around, let's say, 1700 England, where they found a nuclear weapon. And they now own a nuclear weapon.
Who knows how to
use it.
No, I mean, like,
Kill the bastard.
That
is its own problem.
That, like, I am very aware of.
Yes.
That is very salient to me. I'm just asking about, like, how much shit we will land in if we breach protocol by, like, doing either of those things.
Well,
because one of those is going to be likely, it sounds like, but, like, I'd like to know.
You haven't gotten any updates from Inspector Cassius Blanco, quote unquote, concerning this, which may be, and he doesn't seem like the type of inspector who is super diligent about upholding all of the super laws. Like, imagine if you reported a mugging to the police department, who has many other things to worry about. They will do their best, I guess, but at some...
I mean, the only reason I'm asking is because it does involve a murder.
It does, but if he's gone, they can't find him, they're not... It's a huge-ass city.
You know what? Benson, I have many reasons I would like to see you die. I will see you serve justice, but I will not kill you for my own profit.
Are we fireballing him?
Let's give him to Roland.
Out from behind him, little orange lion cub, only you see it. Little orange lion cub.
How gets all like big anime-eyed.
Yes, big anime eyes.
What?
And its ethereal mane nuzzles up against Benson. It looks at you, it nods, and then it disappears.
What?
Wait, what? Wait, I completely missed this.
Hal is just basically looking at the spot where it disappeared, like, somewhat confused. Not completely
Wait, you
confused.
died. What?
Hal?
What?
Yes.
Is the snake lady talking again?
No.
No?
I think it was my sword.
Are we doing it?
No, we're not doing it. At least, not right now, okay?
Alright.
Okay, so if we are not, which, by the way, thank God, like...
The fuck?
like I'm all for killing like rando high-pitched nasal ladies that are trying to kill us, but like
Wait, why are we not killing him?
We just Lion King'd the guy, like
No matter what Asmodeus offers us, he has his own reasons, and doing a deed for him
Will put us in his favor.
Yeah, but you know what? Conall wanted to fucking let an evil spirit out.
He didn't seem so evil at the time. We know better now.
The gang deals with moral relativism.
Listen.
I'm not saying that we won't kill him. I'm saying I will not kill him for that reason.
Okay.
Look, the point stands that he still is our currently most tangible, salient lead on what the fuck is going on here. Killing him is going to serve none of our ends. Except for maybe the whatever with the grandpapa that we don't want to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be in my relative's favor.
You picked up the note, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's basically, it's an X with a line on it.
Do I recognize it?
As soon as you, when you pick up the note, as soon as Hal says that he is, that I'm not going to kill you for this reason, the note basically turns to ash and floats away.
Aw, man! Hal! We could have gotten a boon or something.
Well,
that was too much like my sister.
Look, the next time that you stand before Asmodeus and his court in the bottom of the Nine Hells, having tea, and watching little imps explode in front of your eyes. The next time that happens and he offers you a deal, you can take it.
How?
What?
When we get back, if we get back, because we've been in here for the whole weekend.
The whole weekend.
God damn it. Can't wait to just wash this fucking gunpowder out of my... You want to talk about whatever the fuck that was?
There are a great many things I want to talk about. But now...
Not right this moment, obviously.
Let's go see what Benson has to show us.
Yeah, let's go.
And then
lead on, though.
Do you happen to know where the Warforged's arms and legs may have gone to?
He does, and that's like the first place he leads you to.
Neat!
Just had a really cool character revelation based off because of that interaction. FYI.
Very awesome.
Character
Very cool.
She's down with the sickness.
Very cool. Nice. So. So Benson leads you down these forge areas, and he explains that the captors he thought were just Yuan-ti purebloods that were sent to aid him in making the constructs and whatnot. And then he slowly realized that they weren't as evil as the others. It seemed like they were being controlled of some sorts, but they were essentially his hands. He would direct them around and give them orders and tell them what to do. He leads you first to this one section off, which is another big, sort of kind of like these hangars that you found. Like they're big. There's no particular markings on the floor here, but along the ground in different stages of construction, there seem to be these huge metal snake heads structurally, just huge cobra heads, or the beginnings of some. And there's parts of them laying around. None of them are complete.
Gotcha.
And he just said that he explained that they wanted him to work on this design, but they never told me what it was for. Right? These are just huge. These are just huge heads. Like you could walk into the mouth of one. Like they're huge and have room to stand up and whatnot.
And these were meant to be automatons?
He has no idea. From what he remembers them saying, they needed to outsource some production into his sector.
I have a question for when all of this is sort of done.
Mm-hmm.
Has he seen the fuckhole?
He has not been outside of the forge for 4 months.
Actually, that's a good point. Do these look like they might have been war machines? Or potentially being built to Vega?
They could be built to be some sort of war machine. I mean, that's a fair... I mean, if you're thinking like a teenager that has come upon fucking huge fuck-off robots and shit, that is not too far off of a guess. War machines of some sort, very probable.
Benson, can you instruct my friend Ront here, our friend Ront, in the method you used to create these constructs?
He can instruct him as to...
I'm sure it'll take
as to his full mechanical knowledge, the magic knowledge. Remember, he has no, he stands on the shoulders of giants and normal people because he's a gnome.
It's okay. Ront is smart. He can figure things out, but he needs a place to start.
Right.
And that is one way that you can start to make amends.
He says, I have another thing to show you. And he takes you to the end of the forge where, constructed up against the wall, is this horseshoe-shaped ring. Very big, very long.
We saw it before.
Yeah. It was the portal that the constructs were walking through. It's now completely off.
So if the Mythalar was powering it and they transported the Mythalar through it...
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Can you?
I don't know.
It would take a lot of magical energy to power a portal of this shape.
Right. But can you, plug the Mythalar into the portal? Take the Mythalar through the portal?
Well, think about it. The Mythalar is still in range of the portal until all the Mythalar is through the portal.
Oh, so it's like Tesla electricity.
Yes, like Tesla electricity.
So that would explain why your little finder stone lost.
If that's what it is. But that's if that's what it is, then that would explain
Does
it.
that mean that Mythalars want to rejoin? It seemed pretty intent.
I mean, we'll ask it when we get back. Pierre still thinks that there could be a tiny sorcerer trapped inside.
That is the best explanation. There is a wild mage inside the stone.
It's a very, 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 very good explanation.
Or maybe like a wild mage's hand if it's part of a bigger one. Or maybe if you break it apart, they become smaller dudes and they're just more of them now.
Each a different facet of the original dude's personality.
It's a wild mage ooze.
It's a wild Marushka doll.
I like wild mage ooze.
Alright, so...
Ooze with an intelligence score high enough
To be a wizard.
Hey guys, this is Adam Brooks with the SpellCast. You might notice that my voice is a little bit different currently. That's because I'm in Mississippi, and due to emergency travel situations we had flying down here,
I left my microphone, so I had to pick up an emergency one from the local superstore back in my hometown. And so we were going to be doing the Q Corner separately because it's a headset mic and it's all they had available, and that's the situation we found ourselves in. This after I just got a new microphone, which you will be hearing the effects of 2 or 3 episodes from now. I think probably 2 episodes from now. But yeah, it's a great microphone. Sorry, we have a cat with us in our recording room, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah. Her name is Ronnie, and she's cute. She's cute as a button.
Like to be held.
She does not like to be held at all.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of our American friends out there. We hope you have a good one. And
happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. Happy kickoff to the holidays. And I'm going to pass the headset now to Kelsey so she can do the Q Corner.
Alright guys, last episode's Q Corner was, at the end of a campaign, small adventure, or a one-shot, do you ever reveal quote-unquote plot points, clues, or bits of intrigue that your players didn't find? And we got quite a few responses, which is amazing. I love reading all of your responses because they're so funny and so interesting. A lot of you guys have really cool things to say. At Tony Heartbreaker said, as a new player, I like to know because it helps me learn to play. At The Killer GM says, if they ask, I'm happy to tell. My players love to learn more about the world. At Swordfall D&D said, sometimes, maybe to one player who is super interested, but if I reveal everything that was missed, I cannot use them again, which I think is a fair point. Excuse my voice, guys. I think I caught a little bit of a cold coming in on the plane. Travel flu. And Stanley Chen said, I do after every session. It helps them figure out how I think, and they're more open-minded than next time around with options. Vince Chapman said, no. Part of the fun is the mystery. Players feed off of information. Do not give it to them. Stephen Ramon said, you'll never know the journey you didn't take. And Melissa Wild said, some of it, yeah. The stuff that could end up in another game I keep to myself, and prefer when other DMs do the same when I play. That being said, as a player, one of the most fun parts of a game ending is the quote-unquote tell-all afterwards. I love knowing how things could have gone differently, or the secrets that never got revealed. Peter Martin said, I do a formal Q&A session whenever a campaign ends, be it from scheduling or them finishing the story. I've never used the same story twice, or even in the exact same setting twice. Subsequent games in the same world always take place after the previous ones, so I see no harm in satisfying player curiosity. Jan Michael Angeles said, let them ask 3 questions and only answer 1 for each of them. Oh. Sophie Morningstar said no, but she doesn't work with plot or clues or such things since she prefers to run more character-driven games, so the players dictate the direction of the game. Nevertheless, certain things the players didn't figure out are not to be revealed by her since she thinks that some ambiguity is healthy. Thank you for all of your answers, guys. It's always so wonderful to hear from all of you. I love hearing all of your opinions. And our Q Corner for next episode is, what holidays do you celebrate in the world of your game, if any? And yeah, that's the end of the Q Corner. I'm going to pass the mic off back to Adam.
Okay, everyone, so I think that about wraps it up for this little intermission. The one announcement I have left is that we will be at PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia. We will definitely be attending the Acquisitions Incorporated live show because we love watching them. They're a great group. If you see us, you will probably find us wearing a couple shirts. Maybe we'll be in the open table, the open game section of the convention. And if you can't find us there, walk around the expo floor a few times. You'll probably run into me looking at some dice or something. So with that, we hope you enjoyed the rest of the episode. So bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So what else do we need here? What else?
No, that was it. We got the limbs. We see the stuff. We need to decide what to do with the boy, the guy.
We're gonna put him on a leash and take him with us.
Take him with us to the authorities. Take him with us to our path.
I think we should take him to headquarters, HQ, man.
It's too far, man.
No, if we take him to any authorities, it should be your organization that says
Well,
it.
didn't we just say that there.
Well, I offered it first, but then, he gave me all these fucking good reasons.
Didn't we just say that there are, Asmodeus interns in...
There were. They
Were?
They got mazed.
What?
Out of character, they got mazed by the Lady of Pain and her subordinates for basically stealing people's food from the company fridge.
I mean,
Yeah.
Wow.
I get through
Listen, man.
connotation that something
I got to
happened to
have
them.
one of
What?
her.
Basically, the Sentinels of the Prime used to be an alignment neutral organization.
Okay, no, right.
Right,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mazed?
Mazed, sent to a labyrinth in which there is no exit. It is infinitely spanning. It's basically meant as an eternal jail cell.
Gobliet.
So,
He's a subcontractor.
Okay, that's fine then, I guess. So we need to leave the people out. We need to check out the fuckhole.
That's the last thing we have to do.
that's the
right?
last thing. Yeah, I mean technically, yeah.
The last thing in the mountain.
We gather the people and we take them on the way down because it's on the way down.
Yeah, and Bertha Packard needs help getting down the fucking chasm that you can walk out of because she's a fucking old bird.
And we somehow secure the Blackhearts for this journey. How are they holding up?
They're awake now. I mean, they're like because they're wiggling around in their web sacks and they're blind and deafened and muted. She also tied them up and chained them up and webbed them up.
Right, because if they were just webbed, that would be a problem.
Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be a problem.
Now-
Tied, chained, webbed.
One problem I can see is that if they're as well connected as I think they are in Baldur's Gate, what happens when we bring them back?
They tried to kill us?
Yes. And do you think they're actually going to be brought to justice?
No, but we'll not be in any trouble for putting them in chains and ropes and webs.
Right.
Well,
My
they always have a third option, which is always going to be my option.
No.
Take them to HQ. Fuck them up there.
Then we have to explain why we didn't find them.
well, no,
Well, they
we're
found
absolutely not
us.
leaving her. I'm just
Not leaving them here.
Yeah. Right. You're right.
I love these conundrums.
Yes,
in your
it
back
was
hole.
always the case. As soon as we found out that they were hostile to us, that probably they're not going to take any shit for it. That's always been true. Just thinking about it now, it doesn't change that.
Shall we talk to them and find out why they were doing this?
I won't stop you. All opposed. No.
All right.
I'm actually on the fence, so don't put me on this. I don't know,
I mean, I don't think
majority
anybody-
vote, I guess, but
I don't think anybody cares.
yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, so that's why the only question I asked was all opposed.
Now that we're back all together, Lilith and Roland are kind of watching and listening to this debate.
Are they taking notes?
They're taking notes.
I'm gonna watch them take notes.
Okay, sure. One of them notes that you're watching them take notes in their notes.
Futzing with her helmet. She's not participating in this conversation. She's a bit bothered by what transpired.
Then I'll walk over to her. Sav'ah, are you all right?
No.
I'm sorry if I treated you with disrespect.
You didn't disrespect me.
Then what did I do?
You dishonored her family.
I mean,
Honor.
she's kind of right.
Excuse me. As far as I understand, it was a business proposition that was made, not a binding agreement that he broke.
No, I didn't break it, but it would have been a really good idea. What is my actual relationship with my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy?
He, honestly, most tieflings are very aware, particularly in your enclave, that Asmodeus generally doesn't give a shit about tieflings in general, because a lot of them have started, particularly your group, have started to actively say fuck him because we don't want the stereotype of being evil. They don't worship him. There are some groups of tieflings that are still evil and that still worship him and want to, further his cause.
Are there any that are simply proud of their heritage? In terms
There are many that are proud of their heritage in that they have overcome so much subjugation and racism to finally gain a foothold in this plane upon which they can stand and make their own way.
Okay, then to explain Sav'ah's thinking is, I think that because she has a noble background, she was actually always kind of sheltered in the reality of the evilness of it, and she's just oh yeah,
Gotcha.
family. Yeah. So
Dishonor my family.
that's where. That's where that's coming from. And also the fact that you sound like you sounded just like her sister. Really.
Gotcha.
But I haven't said that, so.
I meant you and your family no disrespect. And I like searching for the words, like not with a grimace, but like almost there.
I'm sorry.
I already said that.
No, I meant no disrespect. That's what he said.
I humbly give you my apologies, and I promise when I do speak to him again, because I'm sure he's going to be very pissed at me, I will relay a message from you.
I like that idea.
He did mention you.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously? What did he say?
Well, if I recall, he's called you. He simply referred to you as like your granddaughter. Yeah, daughter. But he knows about you.
Knows about me.
He's gonna call back?
Well, I mean, I just refused his offer. He doesn't strike me as the kind to simply let something like that go.
But
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, fine. You can message him back.
oh, okay.
But, like, stop being all, like, pure sometimes. It's uncomfortable. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Well, she's chaotic good, correct?
Yeah. What were we talking about?
I will endeavor to broaden my horizons.
We're doing this in front of the bound black hearts.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, they can't hear any of it.
Shall we talk to my brother?
Well, wait, no, you have to decide.
If that's the one you want to talk
deciding
to.
what you guys were doing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for deviating.
No, it's
No,
fine.
good.
All right.
Good scene. Good scene.
Okay.
I doubt, from what I understand, he does not dabble in magic.
No, he's just a good old-fashioned punchy boy,
Then
as far as I know.
I would be more comfortable with him being able to speak.
Oh, I see. That
Does he
How
still have
totally
acid
just
on
wants
his
to talk to his
face?
brother.
Did
I
he
mean,
still have
like,
acid on his face?
the Band-Aids fix everything. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so we'll like go and take my brother out of the cell, just drag him.
I'm giving him a look. I'm just letting you know this now. As it says, I am giving him a look.
Potions fix it's fine.
Potion to what?
Conall, can you help me like prop him up against the wall?
So we'll get to that in a second. Sav'ah, as you are
Oh no.
floofing with your helmet, your sister comes over.
What do you want?
I just wanted to say hey, and
Hey.
I just realized that we have spent 2 or 3-ish days in each other's presence after we haven't been together for quite a long time, and I figured get the push the elephant through the door and out of the room and just say hey, because there's no point in us not talking to each other. And
What are you hoping to gain from this?
my sister.
Well, I feel like I lost a sister by what you did, and I don't see how just talking and pretending like nothing happened is going to solve anything.
I agree. I don't want to pretend that nothing happened.
Okay, so can I have that necklace?
She takes it off and she hands it to you.
Oh shit, really? Are you serious?
I was always going to give it to you, Sav'ah.
But then why did you steal it?
That was before I knew that it wouldn't work for me.
Go on.
This necklace, we thought, was a key. You know how some certain magical items control others?
Yeah.
Well, we thought that this would control, and I know it's going to sound blasphemous, it may sound blasphemous to you, but control the phoenix.
See, I totally actually forgot, like, why feather's so important.
The phoenix feather is so important.
It's the OG feather, right? It's an OG feather.
It's a feather that was a gift from the phoenix to your enclave for protecting it and helping it and sheltering it.
Yeah. So they wanted to
pass it on from generation to generation to symbolize the high priestess of
the phoenix.
The phoenix religion that your enclave has established.
But they don't know if, we don't know if the feather itself has any, super special secret abilities.
I mean, you know that there's initiation and whatnot, and there's super secret religious stuff that you have to go through to become the high priestess and learn its teachings. You don't know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can go back home with this. I just sort of look at.
Yes, you can.
The feather.
Sav'ah, you can go back home. I can't.
Yeah, I know. You're kind of exiled.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
I've got to continue my work here. And I've got to continue making sure that whatever evil is trying to grab a foothold here, and let's be honest, she looks around at all the shit and like the fucking cobra heads and the fucking construct parts and pieces and the fucking dead head of the snake lady. It's gotten a little bit more than a few toe holds of a foothold.
I don't know what that means, but I think I get what you're saying.
And I don't want it to spread anywhere near our family. So I know that they now hate me. I know that they don't want me back, and that's fine. Because I'd rather die fighting for my family and know that they're not going to get hurt anymore.
God, you always have to be such a good sister.
That's why I'm a cleric of Lathander now. So you're kind of right. I know that always bugged you about me.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go tell Mom and Dad what's up.
I think that would be fine.
So, is this goodbye, or what is this?
It might be goodbye for now.
Just kind of keep looking at the photo. Okay. Thank you.
In the meantime, Sav'ah Rah, I know that you have one of the artifacts, and we've been looking very hard for them, and I know it has bound itself to you, and I know that it is teaching you a lot. They were always meant to be instructors, I think. That's my personal belief. What's important, I think, is that we don't lose track of them. And I think, from what we've discussed about, she points at the snake lady's head, she points at the black hearts, and if Hal relays any of what happened, interaction between, they know you have them. They know you have these artifacts. How they found out about them, we don't know, but they're onto us. And I don't know if you can go anywhere, particularly back home, and still be safe with it beside you. If you're with everyone else, I think you can all fight together and deal with it. I'm just scared.
Sav'ah Rah's up to her full height and just kind of looks Lilith in the eye. I'm going to keep the artifact, and I'm going to bring it back home with me, and I'm going to tell Mom and Dad, and we'll figure out a safe place to store it. I won't say that it's an artifact. I'll say that it's a special magical item.
Okay.
Besides, that means that, like, if I'm needed, I can come back and, like, hang out with these people who are kind of cool, I guess.
Okay. Very good. Very well done. So, what do you all want to do?
Well, we're still at the fucking mountain.
You're still at the fucking mountain.
There were two things. Ront wants to see the feet in the fuck hole.
You see the feet in the
What kind of feet are they?
You can see
Just getting this out of the way because
yes. You can see bare feet.
That's the green one.
Yes, that's the green one. You can see blue one. It looks like turtle feet.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. You can see.
At least it's not like a fish fin or something.
Yeah, no. You can see.
How would you even do that? That'd just be a line.
Yeah, right. You could see a circular like a coil in one of them. A coil. Yes, like a coil, like a nautilus coil. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which color?
Silver. You can see bird feet, talons in the white one, and then you can see bird feet, talons in the red one.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can see like lion paws in the yellow one. Is that all 7 of them?
No.
And then horse hooves, yes, in the purple one.
I'm just taking a brief moment to be like,
At least it wasn't a fish.
I've been out the cesta.
Mm-hmm.
To like wave it around a little bit.
You hear the ocean. You do. You hear if you put it up to your ear, you hear the ocean. And it's actually not like one of those like, oh, it sounds like the ocean. It is the fucking ocean. You hear a whale mating call.
I'm gonna put that back. Ooh. Ooh.
What are you doing? Stop.
We're gonna put that away now. And then we had Hal talks to
Hal talks to Sav'ah Rah. Sav'ah Rah talks to sister.
No, Hal talks to
Brother.
Hal talks to brother.
What's his name? Pauldrick.
I'm glad you remembered it, because now I don't think anybody else did.
Fuck. You guys want to be here? You You can ask him questions.
Is his health 0?
Health? No, he is awoken from unconsciousness. He's wiggling around. He's obviously awake and obviously a bit ticked off.
Since Lilith and I had that conversation in private, I don't tell anyone yet that I have the thing. So I just come over and I see that you're getting ready to. Hey, are you gonna talk to your brother? Can I watch?
You can talk to him as well.
Well, I have nothing to say to him. He's not my brother. But I want to watch you guys talk.
Okay. So
Sav'ah sits down comfortably.
I'll go up and carefully peel back the webbing and cut it over his mouth and then basically free his mouth and eyes.
As soon as he sees it, you and freeze like the face, eyes, and mouth.
Well, his whole head.
He spits on you.
I do that. I would do
taking
that.
it off, until his.
He starts spouting invectives at you. They're very racially charged. About infernals and
Oh, that's rude.
and starts talking about how much he always hated you and basically how you're a disgrace to the family.
Do you want me to light him on fire?
No, that won't be necessary. Once I'm done, obviously I'll wipe my face off. Step back a little bit. Do we have any are there any chairs or anything here?
I can make one out of construct parts.
Perfect. He makes a chair out of construct parts.
Perfect. Sit down. Sit down.
I'll allow
I'm
it.
facing him. Yeah. Exactly. Steeple my fingers.
Yes.
I should have just sent Harry over.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I'll start sitting down. Harry stops.
Thank you, Harry.
Why did you come here?
He just stares at you.
You will have your chance to have it out with me. Now is not going to be that time.
He chuckles.
Says chuckling the man who fucking got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped. Come on.
Oh, brother. Oh, you poor spiky bastard.
Oh, this guy has an accent too.
I'm trying to make him more Dorset, more light from West Country. Here's what it is. You have no idea, do you?
I was hoping you might enlighten me.
Oh boy, when they're done with you, we ain't gonna be having to worry about no infernals no more. No devil worshippers. No nothing like you. We'll be free of that,
I see. So you're saying you don't have the courage to face me yourself?
Oh, I'll face you. Just sort of undo me. I'll rip your fucking head off. And I'll bring it back to Da. And I'll show him the mistake he made.
Hal, can I pour acid down his throat?
No.
No?
What will that accomplish? Hurting your own mother and father?
Oh, they're wrong. They're always wrong about you, Always trying to keep you safe. You're the one that they need to be kept safe from. You know how much when the whole village found out about you had to run away? We chased you out. Who do you think told the village you were there? I couldn't have you tainting our family name, not with me wanting to come here and work.
Baldric, which is it? Was I a danger to mother and father, or did you drive me out?
I drove you out because you were, are, and forever will be a danger.
Okay, I'll get up. I will walk over to him, take the ring off of the neck, take the necklace off, put it over his head, and then step back. We have no blood relation. What danger am I to you or to them?
The moment Dad brought you into our house, he brought in Asmodeus himself. He brought in evil. He brought in impurities. And there's no room for impurities in a world that we need to have to be strong enough.
I'm thoroughly confused. Where the fuck did you get this thinking from?
I have to agree with my friend, Baldric. I think your ideas of good and evil are quite skewed.
I agree.
I think you're the one that's skewed.
Oh, who put these thoughts into your head?
The countryside? This is actually...
You mean a whole bunch of twats?
The
Don't put
land.
words into his mouth. Let's hear it from him.
What's he gonna say? This is... Go ahead, I
Go
guess.
on, yeah.
Common sense.
There you go.
You're right. I admit.
Would you, he looks over at you, do you want a devil, a fucking infernal in your party, huh? Pointy teeth, huh?
He's already
Hey, green
I
skin?
reach into my pack.
Hey, Greenskin, how about you?
I reach into
How about you, Half-Blood? You want a fucking infernal in there?
Baldric, this is perhaps not the smartest time for you to spout at the map.
Did I not teach you the lesson last time?
For the record.
Can I just hold him back?
For the record,
Like,
for the record.
like that.
According to the Raw, this does no damage.
Oh my god.
According to the Raw, this does no damage. Also, I'm not throwing it out of my cesta, so there's no extra damage.
Fair.
I reach into my pack. Guys, you might want to stand back a bit.
What are you doing?
I pull out a thunderstone.
Yes.
I walk calmly over to
Stand
him.
back and like push some
Hey,
more back.
he's gonna talk louder. No.
I hold his face open. I put it in his mouth.
Baldric. Oh god.
Oh, you punch?
I uppercut him in the chest.
Oh my god.
Doesn't the uppercut do damage?
Well, he's the whole time he's like, "Get away from me! Don't you touch me, you green skin! Oh, Kong!" You hear this loud explosion, and he spits out like a couple of teeth, and then he goes mop, 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 mop. And at that point, it's loud enough that all the other Blackhearts kind of like pause and like turn in his direction with their like blinded, just like shuffle. They're like wondering what happens, and they wiggle even faster.
I'm sorry you all had to see that, but like,
Fuck you! I'm gonna get those replaced, and when I come find you, you'll be second on my list.
Replaced. Oh no, you're not.
I mean, shit, dude, I'll mend your teeth back in so I can do it again.
Hey.
I can do that, right?
I like that.
Why not? Fucking A.
No, if you guys ever get
man.
tired of
Good
this, I
thinking.
do have silence.
Baldric,
It
you
doesn't
realize why it is that we defeated
Taking a minute.
all of you.
Yeah, you want to prevent us from stopping more infernos like you coming into this world and taking it over.
How are you going to do that? Tell me.
Oh, and give you the chance to beat it? No.
No, I just want to know. How are you going to do that?
You don't think I went to tactical training, eh?
Actually, I don't think you did, based on your performance.
He grimaces and like doesn't. He kind of shuts up.
Actually, I will mend his teeth back in.
He's like, "Get your fucking
Just shut up! I'm putting your teeth back in!
So, like, why are you so angry?
He just looks at Hal.
Because.
What's wrong with Hal?
Yeah.
What,
Like-
because his spiky dick is bigger than yours? Like, what?
Oh!
There are no spikes!
We didn't either know that.
Did you guys
Wait, did
actually
we-
know each other growing up? Did you play together?
In a sense that he ran him out of the village,
So
apparently.
in the backstory, I had always imagined that he left before I was old enough to have really known him. But it's up to you. Like if you think it's better.
No,
if you listen.
I think that's fair.
Which is like I always had this notion that he was like this awesome super adventurer.
Yeah.
Right. And
There was no chance for you to get to know each other before all of this line of thinking got into his head. There was no chance, right? He went off. He never thought of you as family. He never had a chance to like see what your father was doing with you, like what your mother and father tried to instill in you. He never had any of that, right? He never experienced it. He's devoid of that perspective.
Baldric, the reason that we won, the reason that we defeated you and you are all here now in our custody is because we worked together. Because you were not fighting one of us, you were fighting all of us. And that is exactly what will happen if you come after Ront, if you come after me.
Yeah, we're friends.
Can you say the same of your
I wouldn't know if we're
Blackhearts?
friends. We're a team.
He looks at the others.
Don't look at me.
Forgetting that Azazel's like way old, like it's like considerably older than us. Like,
I have intimidation. Can I roll for intimidation?
Yeah, go for it. Go for
Would it be
it.
like a 25 to pass out?
He says, today was just one day. There are so many days to come. And one of those days,
How many times have I actually heard this before?
I will be free again.
Okay, keep talking.
Yes,
we-
and on that day you will have your chance.
I will
we-
have my chance
what-
and I will seize it.
Can I get Harry to redo the monkey business on his face? Can we bind him again? Because there's something I want to talk about with you.
Sure.
Harry,
Would you fucking... and it's just like goops his face all around his head.
Alright. Hal.
Yeah.
He knows something.
He does?
They know something.
Yes, they came here for Roland's weapon, apparently.
So shall we good cop, bad cop thing, but not have Hal in here? Because apparently he's really, like, upset by that. Yeah, he's really triggered. So why not me and Conall?
Well, so do we...
I want to see it, like, straight up. I want to see this.
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah? I mean, I was just thinking, like, do we do this here? Do we take him back to Balder?
I think I think you should, like, when we're done with all this, I think you should bring him back to your parents and have them deal with him.
I think that would be a good idea. And to your question, Ront, the longer that we hold them, the longer there's a chance that one of them will escape.
Yeah.
So
Do we
do
take
this
them
in
back?
town?
Do we take them back to the gate, or do we hand them over to?
The Sentinels of the
Let's
Prime.
see what they have to say. If they have nothing to say to us, then Sentinels.
One was wearing a fucking snake head, for God's sake.
So
God's
okay, I'll go back
sake.
and free him again. You know, I'm going to step out. My friends would like to have a word with you.
Well, he still has goop on his face, so I'll just rip it off.
He
He tries to bite your hands as you rip off.
Slap the shit out of him.
Fucking ow. It hurts.
Aldrich, I just want you to know that no matter how much you hate me, you are still the son of my father and my mother. And I will always love you.
Gets so mad at that.
And I grin.
He gets so mad and he just starts, you inferno piece of shit, you rotten bastard.
I'll turn around and I'll walk and just be like, let him talk. And
I'll fucking murder you! I'll murder you all! I'll go to hell and stab Asmodeus in the heart! And I'll tell him that I did the same to his son! And
I'll tell him you said that.